welcome back to my channel. My name is Whitney Baldwin and I make videos on fashion. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. I'm sitting in front of my Murphy bed today because my apartment is full of stuff. We live in a studio apartment in New York City, which is really small, and we've inherited a ton of furniture from friends and the street, which is awesome, and I will show you guys as soon as we get it up to the house. I'll show you the processes of me updating it and refurbishing it, hopefully. So I can't get to my corner where I normally film, so I am sitting on the floor in front of my Murphy bed, hanging out with my dog and my plants, which I really like a lot. But I don't really have a lot of time to film because I am in the middle of finals and I've got a lot of stuff to do. It was crazy.
I finished draping, thank God. Well, I have one more dress that I have to do. I finished tech back for my product data management class. I have to fully do my fashion art project, which has taken me like a bajillion hours. I have to choreograph a dance for my Afro-Caribbean dance class. When am I gonna have time to do that? I have to study for my History of American Music class and write a 10-page paper. I have to study for my chemistry class. I have to write and do one more speech for public speaking, and I have to do a project for my class class. You know, all like this weekend. I could have probably time managed a little bit better, but, you know, I didn't.
You know, it is what it is right now. I am underslept, overcaffeinated, dehydrated, and a mess. So, welcome to my life. So with all of my final stuff going on, Mark and I are buying a house, and it's really exciting. It's our first house together, and it's a lot of work to buy your own home. There's a lot of things that have to happen. We're supposed to close on the house on Tuesday, and that is like right in the middle of my finals week. So we've been finalizing paperwork with the mortgage broker. I think I'm gonna do a couple of videos on how to buy your own home because I just went through this whole process and I learned a lot, and I think what I learned could benefit you guys. Man, my skin looks so dry. I need water. So, the real reason I wanted to do this video today is because I want to share this with you. So today's video is going to be about my term garment for draping. I'm going to tell you the whole process of kind of how 4th semester draping works. So at F.I.T in the 4th semester, you can either be apparel specialized or art specialization. If you want to be in the art specialization, you have to show a portfolio and you have to apply to get in. Art specialization isn't something that I really wanted to do because I am just better at draping. For the 4th semester, there's an exhibit. And each year, the theme of the exhibit is different. The theme of this year's exhibition was Deconstructed Treasure. I took the whole summer to really think about what treasure meant to me, and I came to the conclusion that the most important things in life are time and knowledge. So I wanted to create a timeless piece that somehow displayed a physical element of knowledge, and that ended up being literature. So I found a book at the thrift store that had the right consistency of pages for what I wanted to do, and I deconstructed that and implemented it into my dress by making a paper peplum that I pleated together and then burned the edges. And then I also got this lace textile that I infused a paper pulp into the back of. So I took the pages of the book, ripped them up, put them in a blender with some water, mixed it up with some glue, and then poured it on the back of the lace. So that was kind of how I incorporated this literature knowledge into my garment. I'm going to show you some of the processes that I remembered to record of me making my term garment, and I want to share that with you guys today. So on your first day of draping in the 4th semester, you have to bring in your concept, your ideas, and about a dozen sketches of what you think you might want to do. Then you sit down with your professor, and then you kind of hone through those and re-sketch. And your critic comes and sits down with you, and then you go over your concept again and your other sketches, and then you choose one together, and then you move forward from there. And your critic is involved with your creative process the entire semester, And I was lucky enough to get this woman named Bridgette Reas. She's great, and she helped me through the entire process of draping this semester, and I was able to go back and forth with her on concepting ideas and show her different swatches of what I was doing with this paper pulp textile and the paper peplum. So at the very, very, very end, when your garment is due, you submit it, you leave the room, the critic comes in, your professor's there, I think the dean might come by, there's a curator of the exhibit and the curator's assistant, and there's a whole bunch of other people that come in and they select who goes in the show. Well, I was selected to go in the show, and it's such a bittersweet feeling when your stuff is selected, but your friends that are sitting right next to you, they didn't get in. It's such a tricky situation because you want to celebrate because you're proud of yourself and you're excited for yourself, but you're really sad that your friends didn't get chosen when their stuff is just as good. Everybody's is amazing. And then your critic that has been working with your class throughout the entire semester chooses one that they think stood out to them. And I happen to win it. There it is. My critic award. I gave a little speech, and thank God I'm in public speaking class this semester. I gave my speech, like 3 minutes long, and there was like 250 people there, and I had everyone's attention. It was crazy. I looked people in the eye. I was able to speak directly to people and not be like shaking off the stage. It was great. It was probably my best speech I've given in public. I haven't given that many of them, but it was up there. I have to go over to school and scan in my sketches and my swatches and work on my fashion art project. So I might take you with me and I'll show you the exhibit. People are talking about it. So that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked my term garment. If you did, let me know. If you didn't, let me know. Actually, don't do that. Do not let me know. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Mwah. Can you see the bags under my eyes? It's tired. When I get tired, my left eye closes more. Like that. Stay awake. Stay awake.